morning, listeners, and welcome back to the Internet Marketing and Business Solutions Show with Ronald Couming of RCS Technology Solutions, where we help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success by attracting, converting, and retaining their ideal customers and clients using various Internet marketing techniques and methods in a consistent and provable fashion. The purpose of this show is we do a couple of different things. Most weeks we'll have subject matter experts in episode 1 or 2, and then in the third episode, time allowing, I will give away some free actionable tips on how you can achieve even greater success by benefiting from Internet marketing. Today, we don't have any guests. I scheduled this because I wanted to give you guys full content today. So these 2 episodes are going to be on full content. So the first one is 6 authentic ways to attract clients online. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, sales solves all problems. However, I have found that most business owners and entrepreneurs, there is like a 9-step online process to attracting, converting, and retaining your ultimate clients, right? And not everybody is your ultimate client. So, but what I found is most people actually start at step 7, and the really advanced people start at step 6. There's actually a whole 9-step process. Today, and I will go over that a little bit later, either in part 2 or at another time. But before I get into the real tech-heavy stuff, and you can contact me at any time for that. Ron, R-O-N, at rcstechnologysolutions.com. My phone number is 978-606-5432. That's the company phone, but it goes straight to me. I don't bother with receptionists. I want everybody to come straight to me. So today we're going to talk about 6 authentic ways to attract clients online. Now, I've taken some notes here. I've actually written out a paragraph or 2 on each of the 6 different ways. And after I read the paragraphs, I am then going to ad lib. So you'll hear me both reading and then talking to you from my experience. And I've been doing this for a couple of decades. So it's fast and it's free, but it's valuable. Okay? So 6 authentic ways to attract clients online. So if you're tired of chasing down your ideal clients and ultimately scaring them away, that's good. To be honest, this method isn't good for business anyhow. But I don't have to convince you of that. Poor results will. Thankfully, there's a better way, a more profitable and enjoyable way. The following 6 methods are ones you can implement immediately to earn clients online without spamming them, and you don't need any heavy-duty tech expertise. Okay, so that's important. And remember, one of the most important things I can tell you is awareness equals opportunity. You can have the best products, the best services out there. You could even have the cure to cancer. If people don't know who you are, what you do, and how to find you, or you're not coming up in the searches, then you have nothing, right? So if you're in business, you have value. You help people have a better life, whether it's personally or professionally. So it's really important that you get your products and services out in front of people, not just because you're going to make more money, but you're also going to have a larger impact on their life. And at the end of the day, it's really about how we help others, right? It's not about selling. It's about serving. So the first one is to host an online workshop. Now, this may work for some of you, and it may not, but the days of showing off a certificate or a degree on the wall are over. The best thing you can do is demonstrate that you are the right expert to work with and to add value to your target audience. In just 45 minutes, an online workshop affords you the opportunity to educate, entertain, and inspire people so that they know you are the one or aren't the right fit for them to work with. If you are not sure what topics to cover, consider the questions that you are most frequently asked and or how your ideal client groups most commonly costly mistakes. At the end of the workshop, you can invite them to continue learning with you in your coaching program. So you're actually, this is really a great way. Now, you may not feel comfortable talking. Now, Zoom, and there's many other formats out there, but Zoom, for one, is free. You can use it for 40 minutes, and I think it's like 50 or 100 people can be on at one time. So you can do a workshop, whatever your skill or specialty is. And there is a science behind doing that workshop, too. You know how you open it, the opening the body and the close. There's a 9-step formula for that, too. But this is a great way to, you can put it up for free on Meetup. You can put it up for free on Eventbrite. There are local areas, like if you're a member of a various Chamber of Commerce or other networking groups, you can post it on free on Facebook events. So there's many ways that you can do this, and it's all free, right? So Zoom is free, posting it is free, Eventbrite, Meetup, all these are different free, and this is a way to drive people. Now, once they get on your workshop, then you talk to them. But you don't talk at them. You talk with them. You give them that information, and you want to, give them the information without solving the problem right then and there. Because if you solve the problem, then they don't need you, right? But you want to let them know that you are the one to solve their problem. So that's how, at the end, then you can talk to them about contacting you for maybe a free 15-minute consultation, or working with you and or your team going forward. I do online workshops almost once a week. I mean, technically, this radio show could be considered an online workshop, because I'm introducing, whether it's me doing a course like this, sessions like this, or when I interview subject matter experts from around the world, their people see and hear me and what I do, and my people see and hear what they do. So it is cross-promotional. You can do, well, I'm going to get into different formats later, like doing lives and stuff too, but this is really a great way to showcase who you are and what you do. I've gone to events, and there's people with 2 MBAs. They out of Holt International in Boston, and they're great people, and they have 2 MBAs, and there's like 24. I'm like, wow, how did you get to? I know 30-year-olds who are still living in their parents' attic, right? But these are from Holt. They're international students, and some areas take education a lot more serious. But so 24, 23. But my problem with hiring them is they have no experience. They have book smarts that give them theoretical application. So like the beginning, what I put down there, the showing off a certificate or a degree on the wall are over. Certainly for me anyhow, I want to know what you can do. How can you solve a problem? At the end of the day, the customer, the client, or the potential customer or client, they really don't care about who you are. What they care about is the problem of theirs that you can solve. It's all about results. And I tell my clients, they say, I provide this, I provide that. I say, no, you don't provide that. You provide results. You are a solution provider, a problem solver. All right, so the first one is host an online workshop, and I don't want to beat that one to death. So the number 2, the second one is send value-rich emails. One of the most common reasons people will give you for not working with you is that it's not the right time. That's an easy one to solve. Simply keep in touch via email and continue adding value, inviting them to future online workshops and sharing testimonials from your current clients. When the time is right, they will have all the information they need to make an informed buying decision about joining your program or buying your product or service. This is a great and low-pressure way to increase your positioning, elaborate more on your brand and values, and build more trust with them. By the time they do sign on to work with you, they will feel much more confident than ever about their investment of time and money with you. Now, to me, this is huge. Like this show, I'm giving you free information. But by me giving you this free information, you listen and you hear. And by reading between the lines or listening between the lines, I know what I'm talking about, and I can deliver these services. So you want to deliver value. You don't always want to be selling. When you're delivering the value, people will see your expertise. And like it says, this allows you to increase your positioning as that subject matter expert or as that person that can solve their problem. There's a gentleman by the name of John Asseroff, and he talks about all about changing people's neurological thought patterns and increasing their success. And he gives away about 95% of everything he does. And he's been asked, how is it that you can stay in business? I mean, he has a beautiful house in Southern California. You know, he's worth millions. And he's like, well, I give away a lot, and it shows my value and the benefits I provide. And if people see that this is what I give away, when it comes, you know, when they start thinking about, well, if this is what he's giving away for free, imagine what you get when you pay him, right? So if this is the free stuff, imagine, the level of the quality of the information you're going to get when it's free. So they love the free stuff. That gets them interested. That gets them in front of you. They get to see you, know you, like you. That positions you as the expert or the problem solver in their mind. So send value-rich emails. And this is, it can be an email, it can be a direct message, it can be Facebook posts, it can be LinkedIn posts, whatever format that you and your customers or clients are on, you want to deliver benefits and value, right? And again, you want to talk in a way that you're not giving away every single thing, because if you give away every single thing, then they don't need you, right? Unless you give away every single thing, but you know that they don't have that skill set to implement it themselves. So then you give them the how, but and then the way is, you can implement that for them. So, but always give benefits and value and increase them. And then encourage referrals. This will be number 3. In my observation, people tend to spend time with like-minded individuals. If a prospect is interested but not quite ready to work with you, or a client just completed your program, incentivize them to refer other clients to you. You can offer a gift card or a referral in return as well. I typically have a specific links clients can use to refer others that adds value and gives all the details on how to work with me. This makes it even easier for people to generate referrals because they don't have to do all the work themselves. They simply share contact info to those who may need support. After you establish yourself in business, this will happen a lot organically. So on this, encouraging referrals, the best testimonial, at the end of the day, people are going to see you, me, or whoever as a salesman. I tell people I'm not a salesman. I'm a businessman. I tell you what you need. You can get it from me. You can get it from somebody else, but this is what you need. I'm not here to sell you. And going back to the send value-rich emails, tip number 2, when you deliver the benefits and the value, people see that. They get to a point where and also now that they've worked with you, but they get to a point where you're not selling them. They're asking you, how can I work with you? So you want that, because if you're selling them into something and you're convincing them that A, they need this is the right thing they need to do, and then B, you're the right person, your whole relationship with that person is going to be different. I've been there several years ago. I can't tell you, because then you're all constantly holding their hand every month, every week. They're calling you because you're making them feel good. You're constantly reaffirming that this is the right thing to do, and it just takes up so much time. You want people to understand what you do and want to work with you. So stop selling and start serving, and it's a totally different mindset, but I know my business has tripled once I started to incorporate it. So when talking about tip number 3, again, when you talk about encouraging referrals, I give a 20% commission, 5 to 20%, depending upon if it's a lead or if it's an actual referral. And I can't tell you, I have one client, he's made over $2 million on our services, Ronald Adams, Foxborough-consulting.com. You can verify that by contacting him. But he's given me 7 or 8 different referrals, and he's probably given me 12, but 8 of them actually became clients, and each one of them, has made significant money from them. But my business has also grown by serving them and then them sending me additional referrals. Your best referral source is somebody who has worked with you, had good results, good service, and it isn't just the end result. how you talk to them, how you work with them, are you responsive. So it isn't just about the product or the service you deliver, it's about that whole process, how you make them feel during the process, you know what I mean? Because there's 100 people who do what you do, but what sets you apart, okay? So it's about how you make them feel. So my business is huge on encouraging referrals, and there's a whole nother leg up move. I don't want to spend a ton of time, but when you're talking about encouraging referrals, now you may have, let's say I'm in online marketing. I help businesses grow their business online, right? Whether it's generating a new website, updating the website, email marketing, social media, search engine optimization, we crush it. I get people on the first page organically, totally white hat tactics in a couple of weeks, right? But now let's say let's say I have a CPA, and that CPA, his entire client base on the business side is a potential referral source for me. So creating a relationship with that CPA allows me to then, I've now created an entire relationship with everybody that works with him. So that CPA talks to business owners and entrepreneurs about their money, how they're making money, how much money they're spending, how to increase that funnel. You know, turn that funnel upside down. So many people are worried about how much money's going out. You know, if 40% of your income, if you're making $100,000 and 40% is going out, you know, you're making 60%, right? So that's 40%. But now if you're making $200,000, you know, and now, you know what I mean? So it's like focus on the top of the funnel, and your percentage of stuff going out, unless you have hard fixed costs, will change. But so find people who are connected to your perfect avatar, your perfect client. So for me, a CPA, a business attorney, a life coach, these type of people, their clients, the people who deal with them are my ideal customers and clients. So I forge a relationship with them. I'll often do work for free for them. I'll give them a free website. I'll update their website, do it on whatever it is, just so they can get a look and feel, so they're actually referring me from experience. And then, of course, I'll give them a commission too. But so there's many ways to encourage referrals, but I can't tell you how big just simply doing that will just double or triple your business. Tip number 4, live stream consistently. Video is becoming increasingly more important to growing a business each day. By live streaming, you can interact with your target clients live on social media. You can share behind the scenes of your home office or your business office, a successful retreat with your team, or even a simple tip, and have them sign up for your online workshop to get the rest of the juicy details. This is an important thing to show up consistently. That will make it easier for people to get to know you, like you, trust you. Not surprisingly, it's also a fun way to interact with potential clients. If you have a particular video, you may even be able to advertise it with to create even more engagement. It is simple and effective strategy that you can do from everywhere. Live streaming is really, really huge. It's taking over, and guess what? It's free, at least for now. You can do Facebook Lives. Obviously, whether you're doing a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Twitter Live, whatever you're doing, LinkedIn Live, whatever you're doing live, you know, different areas have, you know, different times of day that is best to do your lives on, and even to do your posts. So once you get that down, and there's services out there where you can log in to that service, you'll have your social media platforms loaded into that service, so you can do one live and it will be pushed out to all those services. So you don't have to go on 5 different or 3 different social media platforms and do a live individually. You can do it once and push it through. And when you do your lives, again, this is a huge way. Now, I'll get to the technical part, and then I'll give you some insight on how to do it. Once you do your lives and you speak to your lives, you can then download your live, upload it into YouTube or Vimeo or whoever you use to host your videos, right? And then from there, you can do your description, you can add some tags, you can push it out through Google Plus and other formats, and even get more. So, I mean, it is a huge free way to get tons of exposure. But when you're doing your when you're doing your live streams, don't be boring. Don't just get up there and spit out facts. Talk to people, relate to people, give them the facts, but then also give them a story, like I just gave you about Ron Adams. So you want to give people a story and show them how it can work for you too. And there's a whole transition. So if you're giving somebody a tip on this, you want to tell them, here is the tip and here is how it can help you. Like I talked to you earlier, these 6 tips. How I opened it up was that many people weren't getting in front of people, right? Tired of chasing down your ideal clients and ultimately scaring them away? Good. To be honest, this method isn't good for business anyhow. That's how I started this. So all these tips, and each one of these tips, I can create a video. I can create a 6-part video. This one article, right? I can now create 7-part video, rather. All 7 tips in one video. Then I can do tip 1 out, opening will be the same. Tip 1, close. Tip 2, opening rather. Tip 2, and then the close. So you could actually create this 7 videos out of this one. And each one of these that I've written is only like a paragraph or 2. So these are like 2-minute little snippets. So now you've got 7 videos out there, right? You could be one a day, and each one took you like 3 minutes. But you have massive exposure, right? In fact, I'm going to do that starting today. I'm going to do lives on tip 1, and I'm going to do that for the rest of this week, inclusive through Saturday. And I'll do it today probably around 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But just to give you an idea, so Ronald Couming, RONALDCOUMING. You can look for them on Facebook Live. I'll make it public. Also on LinkedIn. So you can see exactly what I'm doing and talking about, not just talking about it, but actually doing it. All right, so live stream consistently. It's free, and it's a great way to get out there. Tip number 5 of tip number 6, leverage the power of pinning. I did a whole video on I did a whole series on Pinterest, right? But I also did a whole video on Pinterest that gave all the statistics about how Pinterest is really a great decision-making source, where people who go on Pinterest, and now they're in the billions a month, right? How when they go on there and they're looking at different things, it's like 85 or 84%. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but you can either look at my article or just Google it, right? They actually go to Pinterest and they're looking at the things they see on Pinterest, and it helps them make a decision on what they're actually going to buy or service they're going to use, whether it's exercise, nutrition, business, whatever it is. So leverage the power of pinning. Many people mistake Pinterest for a fun social media platform where you get cool recipes and craft ideas. But entrepreneurs are smart and see it for what it is. It is a search engine. When your target clients are there searching for something, they should see you and all the value you bring to the table. You can share an inspiring note, a tip from your videos from YouTube, or a blog post. Not only will followers get the value, but they will also help. But this will also help spread the word about who you are and what you do. Every single time someone pins what you posted, their followers will get to see it too, putting you in front of still more potential clients. Now, here's a little ninja move, right? Whether or not people actually, let's say you put up a bunch of pins on Pinterest, even if people aren't clicking on it, liking it, and sharing it, obviously you want them to, but it is yet another backlink. You want to create your videos, put them up on YouTube, put them up on your website as a video, right, as a blog article, separate, not in like one long string, but each one is separate. You want to take that URL, and that's what you want to share. All right? So that's a big ninja move. So whenever somebody sees, now there's then a backlink to your website, but also when somebody clicks on it, they go back to your website to actually see, to read the rest of the article. So you'll put up, maybe one sentence about what the article is about and click here to read more. They go back to your website. now they see the full article. But they also see other things on your website that maybe they didn't realize. So on your website, where they get to this, on the right-hand side, you might have, listings of all your other blogs by subject title. So they'll come in and they look and they'll see the subject titles, and maybe they'll see something else they're interested in that they didn't even know they were interested in, but then they saw it and it triggered some thought, right? So you always want to bring people back to your website. But Pinterest, too, if you Google somebody or something and they have a lot of stuff on Pinterest, sometimes you'll actually see that on Google and some of the other search engines, depending upon, how much SEO that they've actually done. So it is a search engine. So please, if you're not using Pinterest, use it. Now, tip number 6, the final tip, is engage in Facebook groups. Facebook offers many different ways to grow your online business, but none are quite like Facebook groups. Whether you create your own group or commit to adding value to other groups, you have access to people who need what you have to offer all over the world. You can invite people to your online workshops, offer a free consultation over the phone or a private webinar when they need your support, and build relationships that leads to new referrals and ultimately clients. My best advice to help you succeed in groups is to pretend you are speaking to people in person, offline, in real life. You would never put your link on a sticky note, stick it on a person, and walk away. When you talk to them and add value before inviting them to work with you, don't forget your offline charm when you are online, and this strategy will be fruitful for you. You will get results from the work you do, not the work you intended to do. Develop an action plan to implement at least one of the 6 methods above. Notice I said one, not all. Do what works for you and do it consistently so that you can generate phenomenal results. Up the ante by challenging yourself to implement one new strategy each week. As you start to see results, you can grow your team and invest more time in reaching new audiences. I only ask one thing: don't delay another day. Your ideal clients are looking for what you offer and are just waiting for you to show up. So, as far as Facebook groups go, you really need Facebook changed their entire algorithms. So if you have 1,000 fans or followers, right, on your Facebook page, and you put up a post, even if it's on your personal page, 30 to 60 people will see it. 3 to 6% roughly will see it. Some say 4 to 8, some say 2 to 4. Let's just say 3 to 6. So that's 30 to 60 people will actually see that update, and that's if they're in front of it. Remember, Facebook feeds refreshes. So if Facebook determines that they're the one who are going to see it, but they're not online that day, they're not even going to see it, because every 7 hours or so the feed totally refreshes, unless they go and scroll all the way through a couple of days, right? So unless you pay, all these sites now, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and these other sites, almost all of them have gone to a play-for-pay algorithm, pay-to-play algorithm. So they want you to pay them, right? It's a business. Let's not forget about that. But within the Facebook groups, Facebook came out, Mark Zuckerberg, in December, and he said, we want to get back to what Facebook was about, where people are in a community, they're giving value, they're giving content. So that is, they're giving you the roadmap, what you need to do. It's not a big mystery. It's not like somebody's holding back and trying to hurt you. They're telling you what you need to do. You just need to be able to hear it. So if you're creating a Facebook group or you're in a Facebook group, that is what you really want to do. Forget about your fan pages. You can get all the social media people mad at me if you want. I'm just going to tell you what the facts are, right? Focus on the search engines, because 89% of all money spent online is through the search engines. Only 11% is spent through all social media platforms combined. So focus on the search engines, but whatever you get on those search engines, post it then on your social media. So you're doing 100% of whatever you were doing on social media, but you're focusing first on the search engine. So your social media is not going to hurt. But what you also want to do on social media, if you're not doing it, is you want to engage more in Facebook groups. And that doesn't mean just join them. That means like and comment. And when somebody comments on your comment back. Add value. If you're a CPA, a business attorney, a life coach, if you offer a credit card processing solution and somebody in a Facebook group you're in there, talk about your solution, but don't just automatically throw up your link to your website. Talk about what your solution is and then let them reach out to you. But so many more people are going to see it that way because you're providing value. And then if they like what you say, how you phrase it, they're going to say, hey, can you give me some more information? And then you can private message them. But so when I say engage in Facebook groups, I mean actually engage. Like and share and add comments, add value, show your expertise. It's a great place for you to position yourself as the expert and authority problem solver in your field. So these are 6 tips. I'm just going to give you the 6 tips. By the title again is host an online workshop is tip 1. Tip 2 is to send value-rich emails. That means provide value, and that can also be in texts or whatever else you do, videos. Just provide value to people. Encourage referrals and also create joint venture partners. Whoever is next to your ideal customer and clients, build a relationship with them, and you have now built a relationship with 30, 50, 80, 100, 200 clients that they currently have by default, right? And it's you connected with one. Live stream consistently. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever it is, just do it consistently. And also leverage the power of Pinterest. It is so underused, but it's a great area for you to start using. Engage in Facebook groups, as I talked about at length here, okay? So if you need any follow-up on these, any ideas how to get started, more in-depth on any one of these 6 tips, my name is Ronald Couming, Couming. My email is ron, R-O-N, at rcstechnologysolutions.com. My personal phone number is 978-606-5432. I have a company physically based in Billerica, Mass., but I have clients literally all over the world. We're no longer restricted to brick-and-mortar locations. I mean, I have clients in England, Australia, Canada, and so we have people all over the world. So feel free to reach out to us, and we can help your business grow. And I hope you have a great day. You've been listening to the Internet Marketing and Business Solutions radio show. Actually, we're going to part 2. This is just the end of section 1, so after this commercial break. But for the purpose of the clip I'm going to get later, you have been listening to the Internet Marketing and Business Solutions radio show with Ron Couming of RCS Technology Solutions, where we help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success by attracting, converting, and retaining their ideal customers and clients using various internet marketing techniques and methods consistently. Have a great day, everyone, and come back for section 2 after these breaks.